Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Man, we got a banger for y'all today. This one is going to be good. Now, we got Mr. Darrell Brooks. But it's not really focusing on your boy Darrell today. We have an interview with his mother. Now, she kind of goes through the motions and explains her side of things and how she feels about it. All we did on this channel so far, go check it out, was his mom pleading for him. It was a video call from home, just saying that, Darrell needs help, this and that, this and the other. But she actually goes to a news outlet and, does some more talking. So we're going to get straight into that. And also, we basically have behind the scenes of Miss Erica Patterson and what she says, how she felt about how the trial went herself. It's crazy shit. Really good content. I only saw little snippets of it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be juicy. I got one of my friends to watch it for me, so let's get straight into it.
Woods says the state called her as a witness to testify, but they withdrew the...
Yo, that's one ugly motherfucker. I'll just say that to start. I'll have to bleep that out because that was way too early in the video, but that is one ugly mother right there. Sheesh. All right, let's go. All right, I'm done. Let's go.
Testify, but they withdrew the subpoena. When I sat down with her for an exclusive interview since her son's trial began, she says that brought her relief. From fighting to the judge to taking his shirt off, the trial has really been nothing short of dramatic. And that's why Woods says she isn't watching because, well, it's just too much for her to take.
Right now, I'm just heartbroken, just shattered.
Did he ever talk about driving through the parade route? Did you have a conversation with him?
Early on. And he does not remember.
Now, keep in mind, she did have ooh, my dreads are everywhere. Oh, and someone asked me if my dreads were real. Yes, they're 1,000% real. You kidding me? This is like 5 years of dedication. I mean, 5 years ain't that long, but like, yeah, hell nah. I got, my hair is real. But anyway, they were basically, I saw something to where he called his mom and was calling her a bitch, was like, oh, don't worry about it, this and that, just calling her all these names while he's in jail after the parade. And it went something like, she was like, you did all this and you caused it on yourself. Like, she was arguing with him, and that's when he starts calling her a bitch and stuff. I am scouring the internet for those transcripts. I'll find it. But the full disrespect he has for her while she's still trying to support him, man, I would have disowned it. I'm sorry, disowned, cut ties. I don't really believe in that, but this one would be my exception. Out of here.
Every time Darrell goes into a manic where he explodes like that, he does not remember what
a manic?
He did. You have to tell him.
Every time Darrell goes into a manic, you could tell he doesn't have any issues. A manic, was that? A manic episode? A manic state? Like, what? Man, she don't know what she's talking about.
Remember, every time Darrell goes into a manic where he explodes like that, he does not remember what he did. You have to tell him what he did. He know what you told him, but he can't recall the act. I don't believe, from what I've known and what I've seen, that Darrell was even in his right mind. I don't think he was even conscious to what he was doing.
Whose idea was it for him to represent himself? Was it his, yours, together?
No. I would never advise him to represent, no one to represent themselves, especially in a case that's so serious.
But he insisted?
No. He felt that his lawyers did not have his best interest at heart.
So he's been in court, and
he is a paranoid dude, bro. And I mean, meth will do that to you. He's a recovering meth addict, so he did meth. He has a bunch of prior arrests, just crazy situations going on with your boy. And I mean, the whole exploding and not remembering, that's BS. He remembers all that because think about it. He had to go through the parade, and the prosecution even said that he had to like slow down at certain points, speed back up, slow down, like he was swerving around, knocking some people over. He was very conscious. It wasn't like he just blacked out and he was just doing this on autopilot. Come on now. That shit is crazy. And then to have your mom come up here and still have your back after you cuss her out for what you did, wild. Absolutely crazy.
And he has taken off his shirt and he has interrupted the judge, and the judge is throwing him out saying, you know, you can't keep doing this. His behavior in court, we've seen this play out, is erratic. At times towards the judge, disrespectful. What do you say to that? What message would you send to him?
I have talked to him about that, and I have told him, I said, you're going to have to try to keep a cool head because it's making you look bad.
Sweetie, he looked bad from the second he drove through that parade with his ugly, nappy-ass, nasty-ass dreads, bro. Them shit look like they stink. Those dreads look like they came out of the Dollar Tree store, bro. That shit looked nasty. Like, nah, bro. He made himself look bad the moment he did that shit. And we're going to go through and talk about his girlfriend in a minute, but she has some more things that he did. It's just like, bro, how does this human being live amongst us? Like, in other countries, I feel like they just would have took his ass out already.
He's not medicated. They're not giving him anything for his illness.
What message do you have for the families?
I just want them to know that was not a deliberate act. When you're manic and you're out of control, you don't know what you're doing.
Look how she's looking at her.
He didn't know what he was doing. He was not in his right mind. It wasn't intentional. He didn't mean to hurt
Man,
nobody.
That was the most intentional shit I've seen this decade. The fuck you mean? That shit was the most intentional shit I've seen. Man, come on, bro. He could easily ran through a barricade. Remember, prosecution ran through all these possibilities. They're like, oh, you ran through the parade, you were running from the cops? Okay. There's like 15 barricades that you could just run through with 0 people behind them, you know? Nah, you went straight through parade route. Okay. Okay, Mr. Brooksy.
We talk about the families often and the victims. And he says to me that he prays for them too, and he has to live with the fact that,
Shut up.
regardless to what goes down, what happened, 6 people died because of him. He is very, he's full of shame.
You brought up the little Sparks boy. What would you say to his mom tonight? If she sees this, what message would you like to say to her?
I would tell her, not just his mom, but his dad and his brother too, that little Jackson,
Lil
he had his
Jackson.
whole life ahead of him.
Don't say Lil Jackson. You didn't even know that kid. The fuck you mean Lil Jackson? Just say Jackson, you know? All these little extras and these little whimpers. The lady's not even crying. That's sweat on her forehead. You see that forehead? That's sweat. You see underneath them eyes? Sweat. That room looks hot than a motherfucker. I don't know where they're at right now. She not crying.
And he's now a sweet angel.
Oh, God.
He did not deserve what happened to him.
Do you think Darrell should go to prison, and if so, how long?
There should be some accountability to what he did. Yes, ma'am. How long? That's not for me to say. My only concern was that instead of being in prison, I feel he needs to be institutionalized where he can get the help he needs.
Institutionalized, like put into a crazy bin. Man, get the hell out of here. That shit was so distasteful. That lady, man, I mean, at the same time, somebody had put in the comments a while back. They're like, at the same time, that is her son. What are you going to do? You know, like pretty much like the mom is always going to, you know, stick up for the son. No, I disagree. You need to throw that away. You need to throw that son away. It's over with. Like, you know what I mean? You forfeit the right to have someone who cares about you. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, we're moving on to Miss Erica Patterson. This is her her post game interview, if you may say, and she is unfiltered, talking how she usually talks. So let's check that out.
Darrell was on the stand. I don't know if you saw that last part when he was trying to talk and trying to ask you about drinking. Do you feel he was asking you that to try to entrap you to get kicked out of the shelter?
Darrell was doing all that to get under my skin, to kick me out of the shelter. He wants my life to be the fact that I'm not with him, that he knows that he's never getting out of jail. He wants to ruin my life, and that's why I feel like that's not a lie. Because I had to testify against him twice, not once, but twice. And everything he was saying, he was trying to get under my skin. Why would you? First of all, why would y'all let somebody that's been abused by somebody let him question the person?
Yeah, no, that's the crazy part. He questioned her twice. That is wild. You know what I mean? You don't really see shit like that often. But guess what? The judicial system says that you can represent yourself. Maybe they'll change that in the future. I don't see it happening because it kind of just, gives you that much more feeling of freedom, and I think the country likes that idea. But it's crazy. They can do it. And I feel like they let him go a little too far with it, but they can cross-examine the witness, even if they were a victim. Crazy shit. Crazy world we live in.
You see how I was acting. I said, you hit me. He's like, oh, you were at the park that day before I met you. Drinking. Yep, with my best friend. You see, I didn't lie. I didn't lie about Darrell is
Fair
just
enough.
trying to put it on me. My leg is still messed up. I have all these marks on me still from him. And it's like everybody's sticking up for him. Nobody understands. I have all the gash on my face.
With that same red SUV.
I'm the one that has a gash on my face, a broken finger still. My leg is still messed up. I have all these marks on me still from him. And it's like everybody's sticking up for him. Nobody understands what I went through.
Gotcha.
They don't understand it.
So that was another question that was on here since you brought up your leg. So when your leg, I'm going off memory because I didn't record our conversation, but the other day when you called me and we talked for 20 minutes or whatever, you mentioned something about a broken leg. Now, did Darrell break your leg before the parade?
He ran me over November 2nd. Yes, he did. I had the night before. I was working at Hotel Metro. I had got off of work. I went to go get me a room. I didn't want to go back to him because he's freaking crazy. Is what happened. So I got me a room all night. He was talking, calling me, blah blah blah. Okay, and then the next day when it's almost checkout, because Darrell, I gave him the address. Like I said, you never know why you would.
Why would she give him the address, though? She's over here running from him and then just gives him the address to come beat her up. But, I mean, that is crazy, bro. He broke her finger. He broke her leg. He punched her in the face. Bruh. Her teeth are probably missing because of him. Like, dog. That shit is like... It's crazy how he was just a monster living in society. And, nobody's even going to care until he does something like this. If he didn't do something like that, he would have just been bouncing in and out the system, getting little minor charges here and there for running her over, punching her in the face. Like, that shit is insane. I would not let that slide, bro.
No, I gave him the address to the hotel. I forgot what hotel it was. It was on Appleton in Milwaukee. He came there and knocked on the freaking door.
Oh, quick intermission, right? You guys want to know why Izzy stays here? Well, first of all, I got her to stay here one night, and she was just cool with it. She was fine with it. But sometimes she doesn't want to stay. So I give her, like, CBD treats. It's like these little kitty treats. She fucking loves it. So I'm going to actually do it. I realized I never did it in front of y'all. I'm going to actually do it right now. This is why she just loves to stay here now. Yo, Izzy. Come here. Eat it for the folks. Eat it for the people. Yeah. Some more CBD treats. She's on number 6 or 7, so I think this is as much as I could give her. She's such a fucking predator. All right, but nah, I just wanted to intermission that. But yeah, little cat cuteness to buffer down on the Darrell Brooks. But it's absolutely crazy that you would run from somebody and give them the address. I feel like that's actually wild, but...
Door, took my phone, punched me in my face. I ran down the street He kept following me. And then we went to the gas station, the BP gas station. They have a video of this, of what he did to me. It's a video. Got recorded. He punched me again. I was bleeding everywhere. I still have the backpack and the damn shoes that he ran me over in. And after he punched me, I walked away. I would never expect him to run me over. I walked away and he ran me the over.
That's wild. No, that's actually crazy. Imagine being in his mindset, not even in Erica's mindset for a moment. Let's think about Darrell's mindset. I mean, two things can happen. You run into this person. One, she goes underneath the tire and you kill her. Or two, she flies on the top of the hood or some shit and you really fuck her up. Both of those options seem very jail-worthy to me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like jail. I've been there once. No, I've been there twice. I don't like jail. It's not cool. I'm sure prison is not cool either. Why would you do that, dog? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, dog. And I only went because it was, like, cannabis in another country. He went for, like, violent offenses. So you know they're going to pile him over with all the other crazy assholes. I got put with the peace people. We were over there talking stories about how we got caught. You know what I mean? Like, he's down bad. That's all I can say.
Charged with that. We still have cases for that. Our next court hearing is, I forgot, it's December 18th, I think it is. December something, for when he ran me over. We still have cases for this, but they would not let me bring it up.
Hold on. So this is not over. Right?
No, it's not over.
As far as Darrell's mother, I know you already told me, but just for
That,
Oh,
sorry.
hold on. How many times have you seen her in public since the parade?
About 4 times. I've ran into her. I've been close to her, like I am around Corey, walking on Atkinson and Capitol, and she gets off her little bus and going to the little damn the little grocery store, Galaxy, Galst. I ran to his mama more than once.
oh, she's doxing her. She's giving us her whole routine. Oh, I imagine Erica hated Darrell's mom. That was a given to me. You didn't even have to tell me that much. Like, I mean, you either love your boyfriend or ex-boyfriend's mom or you hate her. And I think it was one of those hating relationships.
Would you send him money at all in the future?
No. Nope. I have no contact with him. The courts, the jail can let everybody know that I have not had contact with this man since the day of the parade, actually. Because I was trying to show my proof in the first place. He was lying. He lies about so much.
Do you still love him?
No. Not at all.
Next question.
And I mean that I didn't move the hell on. No.
You're good. So
She answered that question for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Do you still love him? No. Hell no. I done moved on. You know what? She answered that question like 3 times. I don't know. That's
I know it's been a year, and plus you're having to relive the trial, so I can imagine you. I already know. So next question that somebody wanted to ask, which you kind of answered, but I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on it. Will you contact him for any reason in the future regarding the kid's health, a death in the family, or your success?
Nope.
Okay. So no, you won't get.
My daughter doesn't even like him.
What I'm saying is, in 30 years from now, you won't go visit him and say, "Look at me now."
I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to say that on the phone. Also, since I'm bad, I want him to die. But no, I'm good. My daughter doesn't even like him.
Believe me, you don't have to apologize for anything. If that's how you feel,
I'm sorry. I just know.
There's probably a billion other people, plus the victims of the people that died, that think the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop it right there. But honestly, if I was like some millionaire later, I would pull up to the jail with Darrell Brooks's crusty ass. I'd go there expecting a deep insult from him, but I'd be like, "Hey, how's life been?" With my Rolex and my fucking Louis and all, just the threads and shit, stun on his ass a little bit. But maybe that's a man thing. I don't know. If she's cool with it, I'm cool with it. If she cool moving on, that's what matters. But anyway, I just want to show you guys that contrast between the mom's perception of him and the girlfriend's perception of him. That shit was crazy. But anyways, y'all, you know the drill. Stay inside, stay safe. Go to the Patreon, go to the Instagram. Smash the subscribe button. I've never said that before, but there you go. Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. No, I'm playing, but do that. I'm serious, but I'm playing. All right, but I'm serious. All right. Anyway, stay inside. I'm out, y'all.